Okay, I'm just getting you signed on to the system, and we are going to be choosing your new iris colour today. Okay, as part of the service I will need to conduct an anatomy exam of your eye just to make sure your eyes are in good health. Are you happy with me to do that? Okay. So, what I will do first is I will analyse your eye colour, and then I will talk you through some of the options that we have available, okay? I have some lenses that I want to try on you just to make sure that your eyes are going to take to the lenses, and then we will conduct the thorough examination of all of the different eye elements, okay? So, perfect. Right, so let's have a little look then at your eyes. Okay, so we have a few different elements going on here. Okay, and there are obviously going to be slight differences between the two eyes. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I'm getting some warm undertones, some specks of very deep brown, just on first observation, tiny yellow areas just here and here. You'll be surprised at how many different colours you do have in there. Yeah, we can see a tiny bit of blue as well. And is that like a sort of greeny grey? Okay, and that will make up your overall colour. So if it's alright, I'm going to be shining a light in the eye. Is that okay? I obviously want to really see what colours you've got going in. The lenses that we have that will alter your iris colour can interact with the colour that you already have, so I like to make sure I have a thorough understanding of your original colour first. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look. So I'm going to be looking at this eye first. Alright, so let's get you looking at my nose. Okay, so just looking around at the iris. Okay, so just look up. Okay, very warm eye colour. Just look down. Yeah, Again, lots of different flecks. You almost have like a ring around this area here. Okay. Okay, so the eye colour is not very symmetrical. Very beautiful design. Everyone's is very unique. I do see a lot in my role. Okay. Yeah. Alright, some red elements on this side. It goes round just like that. Okay, I'd like you to just blink. Alright, and then just look down. And then look up. And then relaxing, looking straight ahead. Okay. Right. So your eyes are definitely on the warmer side. You've got quite a few different colours running through. Please just give me an indication of what sort of colour you are considering for the eye there. I'm just going to make some notes as you. Yep. Okay. Are you thinking about the same colour for both eyes? You are. Okay. Alright. And you're going for more of a natural look. You don't want it to appear synthetic, okay? And how did you hear about us? Were you recommended? Oh yes, I saw her last week. Brilliant. And why were you thinking about doing this? Okay, just a bit of a change. That's absolutely fine. Alright, so obviously we have a duty of care here to ensure that you are well looked after and we don't aggravate any underlying health issues. So you will be happy to undertake a thorough exam. Perfect. Right, well, before we do that, I would just like to show you some of the colours that we use here. Okay, so we have our brown colours. Next to it we have our greeny colours, greys, which do have some slight blue undertones. Then of course we have the blue, We have a blue grey, which is slightly more blue than the grey, but it's still classed as a grey. We have aqua as a colour as well, which is somewhere between a blue and a green. And then of course we have the greens. Now we do also do a yellow, orange, red and a violet in a straight single colour. I know you mentioned you want it to be very natural. What we can do is mix custom colours up. So yeah, these ones here, these ones here. So you'll see that they also go from a lighter to a darker colour there. Okay, so again it really depends on the intenseness that you want. So let's start over at the browns. Now I did mention you did have some brown flecks in the eyes, so we could definitely go for a more intense brown. Yeah. Next to that is the greeny browns. Now I really like this one. This is a beautiful sort of khaki green. The greys are they're nice, but it really depends on your skin tone. The blues again, I mean, blue eyes are very iconic. Blue-grey, similar to the greys there. Aqua, and then obviously the greens are going to be very bright. This is my personal favourite colour. So just having a look at your, let's have a look at your skin tone. So you've got some red undertones there. Okay. Your hair. Let's have a look. Okay, I actually think the blue here would be very striking on you. Alternatively, I would recommend the 20% tint of the green brown with a 5% green overlaid, which gives a very rich dark green colour. If that's something that you might be interested in. Yeah, okay. Thoughts? Yeah, okay, we can definitely do that. Okay. So I'm just making sure that I've got everything down. Okay. Are you wanting a simulated pupil, which will enhance the depth of black of your pupil? Okay. Yep. Okay, we can go with something slightly more opaque. Yeah, perfect. Are you wanting any sort of outlines or anything just to enhance? Yeah. Okay, so what I mean is just here we can have these simulated around the iris depending on what you were after. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we can do a coloured line. So if you are wanting something slightly lighter, we can definitely do a darker, maybe a mix between those two, just for the outlines. Yeah, these two colours, maybe a little bit of that. Okay. Alright, are you happy with your choice? Perfect. Okay. I'm now going to begin your eye anatomy examination. Okay, so we're going to be going through some very detailed elements of the eye, maybe a little bit more detailed than you're used to with your general eye tests. Alright. So a lot of this is going to involve me coming very close and looking at the various elements. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to look at first is the vitreous and the ciliary body, which is the water levels that sit on the surface of the eye and lubricate the eye for ease of movement. Alright, so I'm going to just have a little look. Eyes look lovely and moisturised. Both eyes. Alright. I'd like you to now just keep your eyes open for as long as you can, just looking at my nose. And then I'm going to give you an instruction to blink. Please do blink, and I'm just going to test if you have any excess liquid. Okay. Alright, and blink. Okay. Eyes have watered a little bit, which is very normal. That's working very well. Looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to be looking at the choroid layer, which is the layer between the retina and the sclera. Alright, so I'm going to first of all just look at the blood vessels on this layer. So this is where the blood is pumped around the eye. So yeah, we've got some good blood vessels on the surface there. And on this side, really good blood vessel distribution. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just go in and just look at that layer. Some more detail. No burst blood vessels, which is great. Good consistency on both sides. No signs of high blood pressure. Okay, it looks really healthy. Perfect. Right, so now I'm going to be just analysing how well your cone cells are working. They are responsible for sharp image. So I've got this reading card here, and I'd just like you to see if you can read the bottom line here. Okay, stop there. And then on this side, which is the smallest that you can read? Okay, that's great. That's better than normal, alright? If you could just start at the top there. Okay, that's great. Now, I'm just going to look at your cornea, which is responsible for light refraction. So again, coming in nice and close, looking at the back of the eye there. Cornea's very healthy, well done. Okay. Do you do a lot of computer work? Yeah, okay. Perfect. That's wonderful. Just jotting all of this down as I go. Right, so I'm going to be looking at your retina and your crystalline lens, which is this area here. I'm going to be looking at how well light travels through to the back of the eye. So I'm going to be coming directly. Please look out my nose. Thank you. Okay, and the other side. Okay. Wonderful. Right, so your conjunctivus, let's have a look. No signs of pus in the eye. Okay, have you had many bouts of conjunctivitis? Good. Okay, yeah. So that would be an infection of the conjunctivus, and that's great that you haven't experienced that infection before. It can get quite nasty. Alright, so while I'm here, let's look at the general lens. Okay, so do you suffer with any cloudiness on the eye? Okay, that's good. Okay, the tear ducts, do you suffer with an over generation of tears or liquid generally of the eye? Okay. Alright. So just looking at the fovea, which is responsible for focus, so I would like you to just look at my fingers here and just follow my fingers across. Okay, so take a step back. Okay. Just following my finger there, looking at my ear, back at my nose. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I'm now going to look at the pupil, your iris, and the macula before we move on to your optic nerve. So the macula is a muscle at the back of the eye. So let's go ahead and look there. So I'm going to now just ask you to follow my finger. Okay. Alright. Any pain or tiredness or aching as you're moving your eye? No, that's great. Perfect. Okay, let's just turn up the intensity. I'm now just going to do a really in-depth look at the backs of the eye now. Okay, so starting off, you just look at my finger. Keep looking straight ahead there. Okay. Looking up. Looking down. Looking down. Looking up. Looking straight ahead. And then to your right. To your left. On my ear, please. Other ear. Back up my nose. Back up my ear. And the other ear. Okay. Right. Health of the eye is looking great. Okay. So far, no issues why you can't use our lenses. Alright, so I'm going to be just looking at one eye, then the other, just to test your optic nerve. Okay, so just going to look at pupil response. Okay, and then just following the light. wonderful. Let's test this side. Okay, that's wonderful. Just going to ask you how many fingers. Good. 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 And then on this side, how many fingers? Perfect. And then just testing your focus. So, looking at the pen, and now my fingers, and the pen. Looking at the pen. Perfect. Okay. Both eyes together. Perfect. Alright, so I'm very happy with the results. Okay. We have concluded the eye anatomy examination. Everything looks really, really healthy. I don't think I've got anything else I need to ask. What happens now is I input everything into my system. It will send you a sort of report on everything. And then in about 2 weeks I will have a digital version of your lenses, so you can look at the colour, decide if you want any tweaks, and then they'll be sent out to you about 2 days after that. Alright, perfect. Was there anything you wanted to ask? Any questions? Alright, well, it was lovely to meet you too, and yeah, hopefully see you soon.